I'm just gonna straight say it now. This game fucking sucks. We're on to Sun Times. Can we get an interview?
You know how this works?
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa! We're on to Sun Times. We'd like to get an interview. Get your thoughts on the game. Don't do this to a journalist. What is this, Israel? Come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah, war crimes, bro.
Some people find the bullets easier than the questions. We're not hostile. Come on, come on. Hey there. We just want to talk to you about the game.
Most people just aren't going to want to do that because they're socially awkward.
Wow.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how proud of yourself are you?
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Come on, use your words, big boy.
Yo, we want to get an interview. How you guys feel about the game? Aha!
Holy.
Yo, intern, stop being weird. Stop being weird, okay? Okay. People are so scared of honest journalism these days. This is the end, boys. Good working with you.
It's been an honor.
Any opinion more than one Four Loco in is going to be dangerous. Oh! I wasn't going to kill her, actually. You have a few words for our readers?
No.
All right, fair enough. So, I played 15 hours of Arc Raiders during the 3-day server slam, and I gotta say, it was okay. And welcome back to New Memphis Minis, a miniature painting channel that's gone horribly off the rails. Like, comment, subscribe, all those good things. Let's get on with this. I'm not usually a fan of multiplayer shooters, but everyone I know who is a fan of multiplayer shooters, and extraction shooters specifically, was telling me, this is the extraction shooter that's gonna get you into extraction shooters. And I can say, no. At best, I would say, if you're bored with Tarkov, this is probably the next logical step where the fan base is gonna come for another couple of months before inevitably leaving, because the community filters down into a smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller group of hardcore PvP purists, the same as every other extraction shooter. Raiders! Raiders, can you hear us? We're on to Sun Times. We'd like to get an interview. Get your thoughts on the game. Raiders, can you hear me? We want to get an interview. Can you tell us your thoughts on the game? I see you. I see you.
Do that where you're socially awkward.
Damn, you know, it's funny. When I tell people we're journalists, usually they run away. Like, more often, they stop. That's happened a couple of times now. People will just, like, stop shooting and then run away. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh.
Just trying to get your thoughts on the game, guys. Trying to get your thoughts on the game. I don't know why I'm yelling. That doesn't matter for the microphone. Damn. Raiders, I'm gonna hop up. We just want to get an interview, all right? It's just gonna be me. Empty hands, all right?
Don't shoot.
Let's
Hey,
see.
don't shoot.
Let's see what happens. Hello. We're on to Sun Times. Love to get an interview. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not gonna shoot.
Don't shoot.
Just want to get your thoughts on the game. How you guys feeling? How you enjoying it so far? Anybody? Just general thoughts on the game? Our readers would love to know.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Oh, shoot. Yeah, tell our readers how you feeling about the game so far. How you like Arc Raiders?
This is the third game we played. Third match.
Was only your third match?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Are you guys like a team? You guys a group, or are you just randos together?
No, we are a team.
You're all friends?
We are all new. We just installed the game.
One of the most important things, this is a multiplayer only game and it's $40. How likely are you to spend $40 on it?
Oh yeah, it's kinda expensive.
It is. I mean, again, for a multiplayer only game, $40 is expensive, so we want to know, like, are you planning on buying it?
Yeah, I mean, I need a better PC.
So you said 9 out of 10, though. I mean, what do you think the game could improve? What would get it up to that 10 out of 10?
And I will need to try that on a good PC, let's say, to see the game complete.
Oh, you think it might be some user error?
Not user error, it's just like I don't feel like I can give full 10 out of 10
Okay.
because I haven't explored completely. Because
Sure.
I have a lot of FPS and shit. I love the car.
Do you think maybe if you had the PC to run it at like top graphics, you'd feel even better about it?
Oh, for sure. I thought I was talking and you guys were like keep saying the same stuff. I was like, what is happening? Yeah, my mic was just in the wrong setting. overselling.
Yeah, no, people tend to get like, when we say we don't want to kill them, we don't want to get their thoughts. Some people get really confused about it.
Yeah, it's not natural to find friendly people, but I really love that you can make friends or have friendly interactions with people.
How often do you think you have friendly interactions with people as opposed to just shooting them?
Damn, like 1 out of 10.
Do you think you'd like the game more if it was higher, or do you think 1 out of 10 is good?
No, I think being rare is fun, you know?
Yo, friendly!
Yo.
We're journalists. We're on the Sun Times. Can we get an interview? Hello there. Can I talk to you about the game? How you feeling about it so far?
It's going good.
It's going good? What would you rate it out of 10?
I'm a child soldier.
Oh, I mean, being a child soldier is pretty dope.
Excellent. Love to hear that. That wasn't the question. Out of 10, what would you rate the game?
We're interviewing, not interrogating. Come on.
That is not the same thing. People just aren't gonna want to do that because they're socially awkward.
Whoa, shit! Whoa! Oh my god! Whoa! What was that? Wait, was that another squad that came up behind us, or was that the same squad?
David Newell is going to hear about this.
Damn.
They're just following orders. I made the call. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
And see, that's what I'm talking about, right? It only goes so far with the player incentive.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, a scumbag is just going to be a scumbag.
So you like the rewarding, the chance to interact with players in ways that's not necessarily like PvP?
I ran into 2 different squads of 3 full squads, and they didn't know where our mission objective was, but I did. So we all teamed up, and they escorted me through the wasteland as a solo. And I showed them where the objective was, and they guarded me, and then we all exfilled together.
Hell yeah, I love that.
Rewarding to have a non-confrontational interaction with those guys than it was to try to PvP.
Do you think the game needs to do more to encourage that kind of interaction, or do you think it's doing a good job?
I think it does a good job about it, how it is, honestly.
Okay, just like how it is. Alright, fair enough. Hey, we appreciate it, man. Thank you. Fortunately, I had my buddy Hesfestus there to keep me in check. An actual fan of extraction shooters, an actual follower of this game. If it's not a game for me, why not play something else? Well, first and foremost, because Hesfestus likes this game, and I want to play with my friend. And second of all, because I'm definitely doing a YouTube review on this, and I'll be damned if I don't do my best to try to understand the game before I shit all over it. But I'll be honest, it did not grab me. Arc Raiders is not the game that's going to convince you to play extraction shooters if you're not already a fan of extraction shooters, which means expanding the market, being the next big thing, is pretty much off the table. I want to be really clear that I don't think this game is... Okay. There are some aspects I do think are really badly made. I'll start with them because it's funnier. The design of the game is just really bad. The characters are horrendously over-designed. I kept hearing people say it was Star Wars-esque, and as a big fan of Star Wars, I can tell you that no, it is not. The best way I could describe this sort of I don't know, aesthetic of slap wires on it and call it a day, wrap it in duct tape, whatever, would be something sci-fi. That's how I would describe it, and that's before we get into the worst aspect of the game, which is that it's supposed to be bright and vibrant and colorful, and look at all these crazy guns and weapons, and you're running around being a heroic raider. But this is one of the most boring games to look at I think I've ever seen. What was it, the thing I saw in the tooltip? The motto of a raider is loud clothing, quiet walking. What was that they said? That's supposed to be a thing? But also...
Player outfits are so, flashy and fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it makes no sense and is really, really stupid. But at the same time, if you're gonna embrace that, embrace it. Why is the game so fucking brown? Maybe the new maps will add something new, but you would think that during a server slam like this, they would be putting their best foot forward to get people to want to buy the game, especially given that it's a $40 multiplayer only game. That's a big ask in 2025. Best case scenario, the other maps have a lot more color and don't, make the basic mistake of putting a red river next to orange sand so it completely blends in and has no contrast. Why is the game so fucking brown? Can I stop to point out one really cool design aspect I like?
Yes.
I love how those lights are designed to look like the wasp to fool you, to make you paranoid. I think that's great. But if that is what happened and the other maps are better, Like, why didn't you use those? Why did you not put your best foot forward?
I was trying to say it's more like the idea behind like what people would consider hope or like, yeah, everything fucking sucks, but that doesn't mean you give up kind of a mindset.
Here's the thing. I agree with you when you point out that that's what they're going for aesthetically. You know, that the Raiders are supposed to be these cool, badass dudes who are going out into a world that's destroyed and being that beacon of hope. But the gameplay completely clashes with that idea in the sheer Tarkov-esque brutality of the PvP. The guns are really not interesting at all. I was told that there are mythical, rare guns with scopes somewhere, and if you play for like 20 hours, eventually you might unlock one and then immediately lose it because you only have about a 50% chance of actually extracting in any given match, which will continue to go down as a player if you don't put 50 hours a week into the game, as it, once again, like all extraction shooters, will slowly, over the course of the next few months, filter down into a smaller and smaller group of hardcore PvP purists putting in dozens of hours a week. But they do exist. Scopes do exist somewhere. I never saw any. You have generic sniper rifle, generic assault rifle, generic submachine gun. Damn, even Hunt Showdown at least had flaming ammo.
We've been asking people how they like the game so far.
Reporters with the Speranza Sun-Times.
I like it, man. I know this is my first extraction shooter.
Really?
I like the
hell
gameplay,
yeah.
Luke.
Because you said 8 out of 10, what do you think it could do better?
Well, I mean, because this is like the beta, I'm pretty sure we're only limited to like some of the like lower level stuff, loot-wise and all that, enemies being. So I don't know, maybe in the full game, they'll have more stuff. That's my only complaint. Like, from what I'm playing here is, it feels like I've seen everything.
We've been hearing a lot from people that they really like the PvP aspect, but they also really, really like the times where they get to interact with other players in a non-hostile way. Do you think the game is doing enough to facilitate, you know, getting players to really interact in a diverse, like, in ways other than just shooting each other?
I mean, it's got proximity chat. Like, I feel like that.
You think that's enough?
That's it. What else could you like add, I guess?
But if we want to get into the design and we want to talk about the aspects that would actually get new players to like keep playing the game, I think the best thing to do is to look at other multiplayer shooters or multiplayer games that have actually managed to retain a player base, and why extraction shooters don't by their very design. You know, what's funny is we've consistently heard from people that one of their favorite parts of the game is the player interactions. But more often than not, they tend to, like, the stories people tell are like, oh yeah, like, we ended up working with this team, or, you know, stuff that's not necessarily combat. Do you feel like the game's doing enough to really, like, get people to want to work together?
I want to say yes, but also no at the same time. I've had my fair share of, like, amazing player interactions. But at the same time, everyone else is kind of a dickhead. Like, my best experience so far, me and this one dude were beefing with each other for like 7 minutes straight, could not kill each other. Eventually, we both run out of ammo, so we start whipping at each other and yelling at each other. And a Rocketeer rolls up and starts smoking with us, so we're both like, yo, peace, peace, treaty! And we start running away together, hand in hand, into the fucking sunset. I
mean, yeah, there is the gameplay loop of go in and get out, yada yada yada, but really, what it makes an extraction shooter is that it is PvP focused first and foremost, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
At the end of the day, it is like a player versus player game, right? It's down to you to want to interact with people, and most people just aren't going to want to do that because they're socially awkward, like basement dwelling.
Yeah, I've seen Endra.exe try to interact with Tarkov players, trust me, I know.
Yeah, exactly, like, you know, yeah.
Though it is funny how in this game they don't even explain why PvP happens. They're just like, there's no lore reason for why your characters want to kill each other. You're all from the same city. You're all trying to loot gear. There's plenty of gear on an individual map that none of you should be fighting, but the game just kind of shrugs its shoulders and goes, it's an extraction shooter. You know what it is. Generally speaking, in games that do well for long periods of time, PlanetSide, World of Warcraft, League of Legends, there's always multiple things you can be doing on a map besides just engaging in PvP. You want to go and engage in PvP? More power to you. You want to drive the ammo truck? You can do that. You want to basically play PvE and kill mobs? You can do that. You want to grind your crafting skill? You can do that. Arc Raiders has none of that. And again, it's inherent to extraction shooters, and it's why they filter down, again, into a smaller and smaller group of hardcore PvP purists over time because there's nothing else to do. I've never actually played Tarkov, so how does the PvP in this game compare?
I'd say it's a lot more beginner friendly, which is not a bad thing. I feel like the big thing that like Tarkov struggles with currently is there's like no new players at all.
With games like Tarkov, a lot of the time, like, they lose players because exactly like you said, they end up, they hemorrhage players because eventually the skill minimum just to survive a round becomes so high. And if you're someone who just, I picked up this game on Steam because it seems kind of neat, you're just gonna get into a match and die. And $40 is a lot to spend on a game. For a game where if you're a noob, 6 months in, you're just gonna die. Do you think this game has a better shot than Tarkov at like fixing that problem?
Yeah, I'd definitely say so. I think the issue with Tarkov is they like really overcomplicate all of the like combat aspects. Like there's such a complicated like armor system, like ammo system, customizing the weapons and stuff.
Okay.
That just like really overcomplicates the whole like combat experience and PvP. That makes it like really hard to get into unless you really try and like learn how it works, kind of thing.
I'm not shitting on this game because I think it's badly made. I'm shitting on this game in hopes that Embark can fix this because that is the exact path that this will go on. I just don't see a scenario where a new player plays this game and tries to get into a match with players who have objectively better gear, more skill, more map knowledge, objectively better characters due to the skill trees. I don't see a world in which a new player spends $40 on this game, a multiplayer only game, and doesn't refund it in 2 hours. I just don't see it ever happening. I don't see a new player wanting to continue playing this game at all. Excuse me. Can you talk to us for a sec? Sorry, we're investigative reporters with the Speranza Sun-Times. We're trying to get your thoughts on the game so far. Can you tell us what you're thinking? Anything at all? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10? Oh, can you elaborate for us?
I've got to try bloated tuna. It's so good.
Hey, bloated tuna is amazing. What about the violent diarrhea you get afterward really makes you love this game so much?
Well, I mean, it sets me up for a raid, dude. We need some diarrhea.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's no better way to fight off raiders than a violent session of diarrhea. When they hear that, that's like anti-hearing gunshots in the distance. What's your typical experience other players like?
It's been friendly.
Friendly on average? Okay.
I will admit, I did grief a couple of players trying to pretend I was nice. I did that a few times. I don't feel too good about it, but it was worth it, dude. It was worth it. The loot was phenomenal.
Okay, you do feel the loot was worth killing people?
Yeah, 100%, dude. Sometimes you gotta grief when you're down bad.
Hey man, the bloated tuna, I mean, I would kill for bloated tuna too. I get it. Eventually I just got bored and Hephaestus and I started just role-playing as war correspondents all throughout this, which is super fun. Like, that may end up just being like a thing that we do from now on, or like, I don't know, with somebody. I'm thinking Fallout 76 next. I don't know, maybe, or another extraction shooter. Tarkov would just not work out. I would just get killed immediately. Even more than I was already getting killed immediately.
Let me ask you this. I'm going to turn the interview back around to you.
Oh boy.
Why don't you plan again?
I'm not.
You particularly dislike, or?
I mean, I'm not a multiplayer shooter guy in general. It's gonna sound super petty, because it is, but I fucking despise games where your success is built on, like, your physical reflexes. It's like, I don't know, I want stuff to be more about, like, understanding, like, depth of mechanics and stuff like that if it's gonna be a game. If it's all about physical reflexes, I'm bored. I don't even want to play.
Don't take this personally, but skill issue.
What's your rating of the game out of 10?
I would say, like, solid 8 out of 10.
Solid 8? Alright, well, I mean, what do you think they need to do to get that extra 2 points?
I kind of love the AI PvE, but getting swarmed fucking blows.
Swarmed by like bots.
Yeah. Hey, dude. I bet you're surprised I didn't blow your brains out instantly, huh?
Speranza Sun Times. Love to get an interview.
Yeah, we're recruiting for an interview. Would you like to give us your piece?
Sure, what am I interviewing for?
How do you feel about the game so far? Just trying to get people's thoughts.
Kind of loving it. Digging the Star Wars-esque like weapons and stuff, and the shit. You guys devs?
No, just content creators. Oh, you're gonna lie and say we're devs.
Come on. I think it's like at least a 9 out of 10. I don't know. I got
At least a 9. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like it, but I enjoy going around interviewing people.
You take that back.
All right, man. Hey, our readers at the Speranza sometimes would love to. Oh shit! Oh, who's doing that? How can it get to that 10 to a 10 out of 10 from the? You said it was a strong 7. How can it make up those 3 points?
A strong kind of entertaining gameplay loop
Okay.
throughout to the end game can easily get it to like a 9, and then a 10 would probably be, I don't know, some like small balance adjustments around like the bots and maybe the shields, like you said as well. I think tiny little balance changes can get it from that 9 to a 10 pretty easy.
And it makes the cardinal sin that so many extraction shooters do, in that, I know people are going to disagree with me on this, the gameplay just gets lazy. It just feels like the developers use PvP as an excuse to not actually design a goddamn game. I mean, if you manage to get through a round and all the other groups just also want to get through a round and everyone just goes about their business, loots, and then leaves, which did happen to me, I think, twice, this game is boring as shit. Like, there is nothing on offer. You go through a bunch of crappy, dilapidated buildings of very nebulous art styles. Vague Soviet, vague 60s, something sci-fi. You rummage through a bunch of rusty bins, and then you go home. I cannot stress enough how outside of as a new player likely, 30 seconds of actual PvP gameplay you'll get to engage in per map. Like, there's just no game. There's no actual game. You go in, you rummage through bins, you leave. That's it. Hunt Showdown had the same problem. Like, they were completely reliant. Like, once you remove the PvP, there's no game left. It becomes so brazenly apparent how little effort went into designing this $40 game. I really cannot stress that price point enough. I know it's not like Nintendo price, but man, in 2025, that is a big ask. Here at the Speranza Sun Times, we encourage employees to drink on the job.
There you go. I work there.
Speranza Times is 5 o'clock somewhere.
Only you can prevent sobriety. Hey there! Can we get an interview? Hey there! I'm just asking people if they like the game. That's literally all I'm doing right now. Can I get like a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh no, people did spawn here. There's no fucking...
Dude, there's literally 2 people in front of me. Yeah, we're talking right now. I'm literally just, yeah, my friends are over there.
Have I not been talking this entire time?
Oh, no, we just heard you. No, I just heard you.
Oh my lord.
No, it's good, man. No one actually uses the VoIP chat unless they're begging for their life. So no one remembers where it is.
I'd give it an 8. I like it.
8 out of 10. We've been getting usually 7 to 10. Like, 8's been the average.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't wait for like the progression, you know.
Right? Oh shoot, we got hornets. All right, sorry. So you said you're most excited to get like the progression once the game launches?
Yeah, like late game progression and like just more maps. That's just really
more maps. Actually, a couple Tarkov players and like other extraction shooter players specifically, what they want to see is like there to be like something to do once you're like a late game player. You know, not just playing the exact same maps, like new stuff, like end game stuff.
Yeah, no, I feel like a lot of games struggle with that, and like Helldivers too. I don't know if you guys play that, but like, I'm level 150 on that game. I love the hell out of that game. Like, I need something refreshing.
Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, how's Arc Raiders compare?
Bro, I love this game so far.
You said 8 out of 10. What does the game got to do to get those 2 points?
Those 2 points? Oof. I'd say just to have the full game released and.
So once the full game's out, once it's got that progression, you're going to be all good?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I just want to upgrade my chicken, or my rooster, so.
All right, hey, man, a lot of men want to take care of their cocks. We get it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, who doesn't want to play with their cock?
Absolutely, I love playing with my cock. You know, you come after a long day, you get back home to Speranza, and you know you want to play with your cock. You're stressed. You've been out in the wasteland all day, getting shot at by robots. All right, well, I guess we'll see you guys at the exit then.
See you then, man.
All right, see you there. To be clear, I walked into that room and both of them were there, cracking open a crate. And that was honestly a bluff. Like, I just walked in and there were 2 players in there and I was like, hey! So do I think the game is good? It could be. It needs a lot more variation in terms of gameplay, not just in like the PvP aspect. Honestly, even within the PvP aspect, it needs more guns. It needs more things that you can actually do. Maybe not like superpowers, but maybe it's because my peak gaming years were the 2010s, which was like the peak of third-person shooters. I'm not even entertained unless you have either space magic or chainsaw bayonets. There's just so little here as far as content, and I know it's a beta, but you put your best foot forward, or at least I would hope the studio would, in the interest of getting people to buy the $40 game. And the cosmetics were ugly. There weren't that many guns. The map was kind of dull. The gameplay outside of the PvP kind of sucks. 30 seconds of PvP you'll probably get on average. Even if you get that, more than likely you'll just get shot in the back. And over the course of the next 6 months, unless they make some massive changes and actually have things to do on the map, again, it's just gonna filter down like every extraction shooter into a smaller and smaller base of hardcore purists who, you know, spend all their time hunting noobs and not allowing any new player to have fun. And then the game's dead. Every single player we talked to about their PvP experience held in high regard, extremely high regard, the moments where they got to interact with players, you know, with new people in ways that were not player versus player. Every single person we talked to had at least one story, if not several, of getting to talk to other players of how, yeah, we all teamed up and we were in a group and it was great and we got to do all of this stuff. Like, everybody consistently had stories like that. And I think that doubling down on things like that would be a good thing would be a good thing for the developers to do. Really incentivize that. Not necessarily make the game easier, but incentivize players to work together. Now, Hesphestus' suggestion was that the game should simply, like, increase the shield capacity, and that would encourage players to work together, because you wouldn't be able to just, like, shoot people in the back, and the bots would be a bit easier. I disagreed, but he is someone who knows more about the game, so take that into account. For me personally, as far as, like, suggestions that I think would make the game more interesting and encourage that kind of reaction, I actually go back to a game I play a lot, Project Zomboid. And one of the reasons Project Zomboid actually manages to keep like a diverse player base, a PvP player base, a PvE player base, a building, crafting player base, is that again, you can do all of those things on a server. You don't have to do any one. All of them are viable. But on top of that, there's just like a pressure on all players at any given time. There's always danger from the environment, from the world. So you can't get complacent about it, you know? Even if you want to engage in PvP, you still have to worry about the environment at all times, about the enemies at all times. And I think that that pressure doesn't necessarily discourage PvP, but it does make PvP purists take that into account and makes it a bit more dangerous for them to try to just, you know, grief new players constantly. Because if they waste all their resources in a fight, you know, they're just gonna die. If you ever played the movie tie-in game Terminator Salvation, that game had a really interesting mechanic as far as its robot enemies. Also, we're going back to another 2010s squad-based third-person shooter. Yeah, maybe it's just an era that they should be drawing from more. The game forces you to have your companions circle around other enemies and hit them from the back. For some reason, Arc Raiders has the weak points right in the front. It's like the optical lens, or you can take out the rotors on the outside of the quadcopters. I don't think that's how they should do it. I think the weak point should be all the way in the back, and if you actually try to frontal assault any of these bots, it's basically suicide, because that's where all the armor is. That's how actual armored vehicles in real life are designed. You need 5 or 6 guys, one guy to take the risk of like tying down a leaper while everyone else goes around to the back, but then also have really genuinely good loot for it at the end. That, I think, would do a lot to get players to work together, you know, and have more bots in general, because it's way too easy to dodge them now. Yes, the bots are difficult, but it's way too easy to dodge them. If the bots were present enough that they were a constant danger on the players, and yeah, PvP is still a thing, but like you really force the players to have that pressure on them, PvP players are probably just going to draw in a lot of aggro. You're definitely gonna have to like fight your way back out of it. Force PvP purists to take that into account, then I think you have a more interesting system. As well as creating more interesting systems for, you know, I don't know, crafting, breaking down objects, you know, allow players to specialize in those things and still be a part of the game, still be viable players on the map. You probably disagree. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this video. I'm already anticipating it, but thank you for listening and making it this far. The Speranza Sun Times is hiring. If you want to get in on doing something like this, join the Discord server down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Once again, do all those things, especially if you made it this far. Come on, man. Come on, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.